Okay, I have another camera mount to review for you that I'm going to be using during our camping trip, and it is the Telesin Versatile Wrap. This is what comes in the box right here. I believe that's everything, if I double check that for you. Just some instructions kind of come in there. I'm going to walk you through. It's a very simple mount here. But it has a 1/4-20 screw here where you can use the finger mount, so it'll work for most action cameras or any one that you've got that finger mount style for. And I'm going to call this the hornbuckle. I guess it kind of looks like something from a horse's saddle. Don't know if that's correct or not, but you can wrap this around objects, whether they're round, square, oblong, and you can tighten this just by wrapping it and having it seat into that buckle section there. And this piece right here will rotate 360 degrees, pretty much any way you want to position that camera once you have that in place. So I'm probably going to run mine like that. And if you want to tighten it up, if you've got an object that's a little bit smaller, you can wrap that all the way around like that. And you can put this over this section here. You would take this screw out like that and just put it over like that. Then you would put the finger mount on there. So that's if you have smaller objects. And if, of course, if you have the larger objects, you would just use that larger hole there. This thing's pretty stretchy too. So I've already mounted it on the scooter on the front stem, and it fit on there. So I'm going to show you how that setup looks, and I'm going to take the scooter for a quick ride and put my Action 5 Pro on this. I've mounted the Telesin mount there on the Varla Eagle 1. This is my scooter. Electric scooter goes about 40 miles an hour. And I just wanted to get some video on our camping trip using this thing and see how well it holds up. This thing's got active suspension on the front and rear, so I'm going to see if it bounces a lot. The camera itself, the Action 5 Pro, though, does have some settings to help minimize that bounce in the video. I've only wrapped it using the largest setting there, so you can see the camera does have a little bit of flex in there. I'm going to drive this thing on the road and get the video directly from this camera and have it posted up, and then I'm going to go off-road and see how that does. And I may do a video pulling it to the tightest setting to see if that makes any difference. So the first rides you're going to see are going to be with this on the first wrap here where it's the largest hole, and then I'll try that second hole there. We'll do some road riding and some off-road riding. Okay, we're going to go for a road ride. I'm going to try to do a high-speed run real quick. I've got the Action 5 Pro on the front stem of my Varla Eagle 1. Try to get this thing up to about 30-40 miles an hour. Some bumps and things on this road, so we'll see how that works out. The camera is in wide and rock steady, so we'll see if that also helps this mount. Right now we're at about 35 miles an hour, 36. So that was about a 36 mile per hour run there. I'm gonna turn the speed down a little bit and see if we'll just do a slow run going back up. See if it's any different speeds or anything. So right there, we're at about 19 miles an hour. We're going to try the mount off-road now. Again, the Telesin is set on the first strap hole. Camera is an Action 5 Pro. It's on wide and rock steady, and we're out here in some grassy area, and we're going to see how it handles the bumps. That was about 20 miles to 25 miles an hour. This is around 15 to 16. I'm going to try another off-road run. I did change the camera settings to Rocksteady Plus, so I didn't change the position of the mount or anything. We're going to see how this handles. We are losing a little bit of light outside right now too, so the camera could be affected by that, but we're just going to see what it does. Rocksteady Plus on the camera. I've got the Telesin mount on the tightest setting I could put it on. The bar that I'm wrapping around, I'd say is maybe about 1.5 inches in diameter. It is very tight, or as tight as I feel like I can get it. That's the last setting I could put it on right there. So I think we'll have good results on that. I did put the camera back into Rocksteady. Let's see how it does off-road. It's about 16 miles an hour. Don't know if you can see some uphill and downhill grades there as well. About 17. It's gotten a little bit darker. We're gonna do this road run with the mount is pulled on the tightest setting. Camera is on Rocksteady. About 19 miles an hour. A few bumps here and there. So that finishes the testing for the Telesin versatile mount. And I will say I think it's pretty versatile. The camera was shaking a little bit more than I thought it would, even here on the tightest setting. But I think the camera itself is going to be able to correct that footage with the Rocksteady mode. I think any action camera, this is going to be a good mount for you to be able to use. And I know DJI has their own mount similar to this. It may have been a little bit more expensive, I can't remember. But this is a good mount. It's a good accessory to have if you want to wrap it around a pole, square object, or round object, just like I did here. We're going to have more video of this coming up on the channel, so definitely check that out and stay tuned for that. Hopefully this information was useful or helpful for you, and if it was, please subscribe and share. And that's to the point.